One of my earliest arcade experiences was back when my parents took me to a park in a nearby city with a huge arcade. I've played arcade games here and there before, but was too young to remember or know what I'm doing. I think there was one trip back in 1989 where I was at the huge arcade again and this one action game caught my eye. I played it and got pretty decent at it, decent by kid standards. That was the only time I ever played it. I never knew the name of the game. Then, one fateful day many years later, I saw the Konami Classic Series Arcade Hits release info for the DS and there was a game that looked familiar. It reawoke those long-forgotten memories. I got curious and wondered if that game was the game from my childhood. I got a copy and tried it out. Turns out I was right. That game was Kicker, or Shao-lin's Road in other regions. The game was re-released by Arcade Archives last year as Shao-lin's Road, and seeing how there aren't that many in-depth reviews for this game, I thought this was a good game to tackle. So let's look at some beat-em-ups. The gameplay consists of you beating a set number of enemies to move on to the next stage. There's a boss every other round. The stage also changes every 2 rounds. There are 5 stages before it loops back to the beginning. You have a very simple moveset. You kick. I guess that's why they called it Kicker in North America. You can also jump between platforms to avoid enemies and collect temporary power-ups. Think Donkey Kong, except you can scroll the screen left and right. When I first replayed it after so many years, I was a little worried that the game wouldn't hold up, but I found myself enjoying it. It's the type of game you want to play whenever you have 10 minutes to kill. It's not bad for extended play either. Part of what makes the game so much fun is the fast-paced action and how satisfying it is to hit your enemies. The way the enemies go flying with a single kick combined with the funny sound effects makes kicking every enemy so satisfying. It's simple, fast, and fun. Just cause I said you can play the game for 10 minutes doesn't mean you can complete a loop in 10, and the game gets harder with each loop. The gameplay is simple, but there is a level of strategy required. Enemies can come from all directions. You can use different platforms to avoid danger, or grab different power-ups to enhance your moves. You'll need it because enemies get more dangerous as you progress. The action heats up very quickly. The controls, while not perfect, do a good enough job. You have 2 buttons, a jump button and a kick button. My biggest issue is that you can't control the jump distance, so jumping doesn't feel the best. Graphically, the game is fine. While my first experience was around '89, this game was actually released back in 1985. There are nice little touches in the animation, such as your character flailing his arms before he falls off a ledge, or him throwing a tantrum on the ground when he dies. That always makes me laugh. The enemy variety is bad even by '85 standards. There's only one enemy, but in 2 different colors. Thankfully, each boss looks unique and is easily identifiable in the chaos. My favorite is how the backgrounds change to reflect the story. Yes, this game actually has a story. The story is that you're a character named Kicker, or Lee depending on the region, and you're trying to escape from a triad gang that murdered your master. You start from inside their temple and fight your way out. By the 5th stage, you can see how far your character has progressed as you see the temple far in the distance. It uses the graphics to tell a simple story. The music is a fast-paced stereotypical fake Chinese soundtrack that's hilarious. The music also speeds up when you're 1 hit away from death and adds to the intensity of the already chaotic fights. The game was ported to home computers in Europe, but no North American console release until the Konami Arcade Classics for the PlayStation in 1998. The 2007 DS release was how I rediscovered it, and it was recently released on the PS4 and Switch through the Arcade Archives in late 2023. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it when I rediscovered this game. For context, when I first played this, I had already experienced Double Dragon 1 and 2 on the NES, and I still had fun with this. Keep your expectations in check since this is an old game. It's a proto beat-em-up. There were other proto beat-em-ups back in the day, but none played quite like this. It does resemble a Donkey Kong beat-em-up. This game has a special place in my heart, but I won't try to convince you that this is some must-play hidden classic. The charm is in its simplicity. It's a good pick-up and play game.